Hello, welcome back to the Gina's channel, where we are in a journey of finding peace and meditating. Like I have told you before, uh, peace is what will help us go through those thresholds. In 2007, I, my brother from Canada, my best friend from another state, and me, we started a meditation process every day, except maybe the weekends. I would work the night shift, and when I would come home, I would call them and we do a conference call, and we meditated every day for 3 years. Little did I know what was going to happen 3 years later. In 2010, my husband fell ill. We returned from our vacation, the family, from Europe, and 3 weeks later, he just, I'm speechless. 3 weeks later, he went into what you call a semi coma, in the sense that he wasn't totally comatose, but he was not recognizing me, his children, nobody. He was in a space, and the doctors searched and searched. My God, they removed so much blood from this man, sending his blood to the state, the capital, and to try to find out what is going on, and they couldn't find. And at the end of the day, they just gave him like very heavy antibiotics because they diagnosed him of encephalitis. And through prayers, after a week, he recognized me. And the doctor says, okay, he can go home now. And I rushed after the doctor when he walked out of the room, and I said, doctor, did you ever find out what was wrong with my husband? And the doctor says, no, we never did. I mean, all the research, I mean, all the blood we sent, we have no clue. And that doctor says, whomever you were praying in that room, continue praying, because your husband is a miracle. Throughout that period, that week period, I have to be honest, I was at peace. I was at peace. I was sad. I'm not gonna lie. I was sad. But the peace that I felt inside was supernatural. Because I just looked at this man laying in that hospital bed, not knowing who I am, not knowing who his children are, and just not knowing nothing. And I kept praying. I kept saying, thank you, God, because you're making my husband rest. That's Psalms 23, in green pastures. It's a hospital bed, but I'm claiming it's green pastures. Also, there is another story in the Bible that talks about Jesus sleeping on the boat when there is turmoil, there is tempest, And the disciples and whoever was on the boat, like, oh my God, we're gonna die. And they went to him and said, Lord, don't you care? How is it that you're sleeping? We're dying here. And then I would pray and I would say, God, in this hospital room right now, there is a tempest. There is a storm. We're not able to find out what is the cause. But I'm calm because I know you are here. You are in the room with my husband. You are in the room with my children. You are with my children. And I remain calm. I remain serene until, he was discharged from the hospital. And people from the church would come and they would say, Gina, how do you stay so calm? How is it that you are so calm? I go, it's not me. It's the peace of God. We have to find a way to find stillness. The issue is that I didn't transport that stillness of his hospital stay through my everyday life. I had the stillness for him for that hospital stay. When we got back home, and to me, it looked like it was normal. Encephalopathy is basically a brain inflammation, okay? So brain injury, we would call it. It's a brain injury. And this is 2010 and now we're in 2022. That's 12 years later. And there's still a lot of residual. As a matter of fact, it's going, it's not going this way, it's going down. But I am still holding on to that faith that the same Jesus that walked through earth over 2,000 years ago, healing, is the same Jesus that can heal today. The peace that I am talking about, that I should have brought, because I'm reading the Bible. This is the meditation. I was looking at my book. I started this meditation in March 21. I started writing, okay? Because the time my husband got sick till, I guess, March 21st, I would pray, but not necessarily deep praying, okay? And so I looked at the meditation and I wrote in Mark 11, it says, and I said, God, you said to ask. If I ask in faith, I will receive. So I am asking in faith. But guess what? Even if I'm not asking in faith, I am not at peace. And in Romans 12, it says, and I wrote that also in my meditation, be renewed. Let your mind be renewed so that you can discern. The discernment. You can discern. And so therefore, I've been on my prayer list. I've been on my praying, and I've been doing what I knew to do. But yet still, there is a sense of lack. And I have come to realize that I need to find a peace. I need to find the peace to let go. This is listen, I have to learn to let go, because I am thinking I can help this man. God put him beside me. He's a wonderful man. Nobody's perfect. I have to help him. And not realizing that, number one, the peace I had in the hospital, I don't have it. Number two, I have to let go and let God. And it cannot just be words by mouth. It actually has to be lived. We have to learn to let go and find that peace, because basically I believe, my brother says, that peace that you had in the hospital helped carry your husband through whatever he was going through. So I am at that stage right now that I claim the peace, look for the peace, and listen. Because when you are at peace, when you are silent, when you are still, the Holy Spirit will speak